Let's settle in, friends. So as you get comfortable in your spot and you allow your eyes to close or your gaze to soften, I would invite you just to notice what the breath feels like in this moment. Just check in, become aware of it. And then if it feels really calming, really nourishing, then just keep breathing just like that. But if it feels a little off, a little rushed or a little sluggish, then you begin to set the pace. And just find a rhythm of breath that feels good. Exactly what you need in this moment. And as the eyes have closed, the gaze has softened, the body has become still, and the breath has become steady, just invite yourself into this moment of your practice. And realize that even when you're not in this spot, in this moment, just those simple acts of stilling the body, calming the breath, closing the eyes, you truly can take this practice with you anywhere. Sometimes we do it proactively, like showing up in this moment right now. Sometimes we do it when parts of life become too much and we remember what this practice offers and we bring it with us. And so let's begin to breathe collectively, just to bring us into this space together. So take a nice, slow, deep breath in, and then exhale fully. And a slow breath in, and a full breath out. Breathing in, and breathing out. And as you feel this collectiveness of us showing up together, holding space, even across the waves of Zoom, just feel the power of what it means to be a part of something. People that often you don't even know who they are, sometimes don't even know what they look like. But to know that there are other people in this community, across this globe, doing the same things as you, stilling the body, calming the breath, closing the eyes to let go of the distractions of the day and of the world. And just imagine as this practice spreads to more and more people, how that could change how we live our lives, how we interact with each other, how we deal with the stressors of just living. And that's actually what I want us to focus on today. What do we do when the challenges come? What do we do when life is really difficult? When really hard decisions have to be made? Or we have to do things that make us a little uncomfortable? Those are all just part of this existence that we all share. And having a meditation practice doesn't insulate us from those things, but it does give us a tool to walk through them. And so to bring this to a personal level, the reason why this idea is so important to me today is it's been a really difficult day. In my job, with the people that I manage and the things that I do, I had to make a really difficult decision that impacted people today. The company needed something, and it was my job and my role to act. And no matter how much I agreed with the decision, no matter how much I knew that it was the right thing to do, I knew that as I carried this decision out, people would be impacted. Some would feel sorrow and disappointment. maybe even anger or frustration. And I was really thoughtful in the last few days leading up to today to think, how can I do the job that I've been tasked to do and that I know is right, but also be compassionate and kind to the people with whom I need to interact when I carry these decisions out. And I wish I could tell you that in all the difficulties of all of my 50 plus years of living, that I've always handled difficult things that way, but I've not. But it is how I confront them now. And so when I say that meditation is truly the tool for anything that life brings our way, I say that because I'm living it. And so this morning, my morning meditation was focused on doing just what I described, being a compassionate and gracious person and seeing the human beings in front of me as I did my job. And then around noon, I paused. I got up from the computer and I went out to my meditation space outside and I did it again. And I sat with this idea of letting go of the worry and bringing in the compassion so that I could do the things that I needed to do. And so I want to take you through that practice that I shared with myself twice today. And I will tell you, it carried me through in a way that I can't even really describe. But before we do that, I would invite you each just to think of a really difficult thing that you're walking through right now. A difficult thing that maybe is on the horizon. It could be a personal struggle. It could be something that you're having to just grapple with at work. It could be something in your family, in a relationship, in your health. Because no matter what face these difficulties have, our human reaction is to worry. It's the one thing that unites us all. No matter our gender, our culture, our religion, how old we are, worry, it impacts us all. And so as you just picture this thing, whatever it is, this situation, this difficulty that you're currently working through, just kind of keep that as the focus of this practice. Not to give that thing any extra brain power or any extra focus, but dedicate these next few minutes that we have to that. And then I hope for you, like it did for me today, it will carry you through as you work through whatever that difficulty is. So just allow yourself just to sit nice and tall. We're going to use the breath as a way to remind us of what we want to project. And we're going to use the breath to allow us to release the worry. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Let's dedicate our practice over these next few breaths to that thing, whatever it is for you. Breathing in, peace. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, calm. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, steadiness. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, compassion. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, acceptance. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, strength. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, faith. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, clarity. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, peace. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, peace. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, peace. Breathing out, worry. And I'm going to invite you to just keep that slow, steady, nourishing rhythm of breath. And if there's other words that come to mind that you think would help your heart, your mind, your emotions, then use your inhale to say those words to you once we become quiet. And every time you breathe out across these next few minutes, just think to yourself, I am getting rid of just a tiny inch of the worry. And then with the next exhale, I'm getting rid of the next tiny inch of the worry. And each time you exhale, just let it go a little more. I wish I could tell you that the worry will just go and you won't have to deal with it anymore. But these hearts of ours, these emotions, sometimes hang on to pieces of it and remnants. But what I have found, and I found it today to be true, that when I am actively engaged in letting it go, I feel the peace. I see with clarity. I feel the steadiness. I rest in the faith. And I believe in the strength. And so I'd like us just to grow quiet and sit. Sit with that struggle, that difficulty, that hard thing. And with each exhale that we each take in our own space, just remind yourself this breath out represents me releasing just a little bit of the worry at a time. Don't pressure yourself to have to try to let it all go. Just a little bit, one exhale at a time. And over these next few minutes, as we do this, notice how you feel. Notice if when we grow quiet, you feel the worry start to bubble up. And if that is the case, then exhale a little more fully, a little more slowly. And tell yourself that you are breathing in the peace and the clarity and the faith and the strength that you need to let that worry go and walk through this challenge. bring that difficulty back into focus. Just see it. Not giving it any more power, but keeping a pretty strong awareness of what it is. Know the difficulty, know the challenge, know the things that you have to grapple with and deal with and work through. And then begin to bathe them in these assurances that this practice gives. It's really difficult for peace and worry to coexist together. But I can tell you that when your scale begins to tip and the peace becomes a little bit more, the influence and the power of the worry in your life becomes so much less. It's a constant reminder. It's a constant practice. And again, I wish I could tell you that for decades, this was the practice that I used with every challenge that I faced. But I can tell you that the challenges that I've walked in the last few years, and they've been many, this practice is what has carried me through. It restores my compassion, my faith, my strength, my acceptance, my steadiness, my grace, my clarity, my calm, and perhaps most importantly, my peace. So as you walk your path tomorrow and in the days to come, and this challenge continues to have a spot in your day or in your journey, remember, like we did when we first showed up, bring stillness to the body. Bring calm to the breath. Close your eyes for just a bit and let the distractions of the world go. And begin to breathe in what you need in that moment. And telling yourself at that exhale, I'm releasing that worry just a little bit. And on the next exhale, I'll release it just a little bit more. And see if that, not if, see when that begins to give you exactly what you need to face the challenge, whatever it is. Take your practice off this cushion, out of the seat where you are, and let it inform every part of your life. Namaste.